It had been 11 days. 11 long, aching days since Yoona had left without warning. Junho had stopped counting after the 5th day, but his body didn't lie. The sleepless nights, the unanswered calls, the quiet moments when he reached for his phone only to sigh and put it down again. He had gone through every emotion, worrying, confusion, anger, guilt, but all that remained now was something far heavier, longing. So when the doorbell rang that evening, he wasn't expecting anything. He padded across the apartment barefoot, wearing the same hoodie from 2 days ago, hair slightly unkempt. He opened the door without checking, and there she was. Yoona stood in front of him, pale and exhausted, with eyes that looked like they hadn't rested in weeks. She didn't say anything. Neither did he. Her suitcase sat behind her like a fragile confession. And just as Junho opened his mouth to speak, she stepped forward 1 step and crumbled into his chest. She didn't just cry. She broke. Years of poise, silence, and emotional control unraveled as sobs racked her body. She clung to him, fingers gripping his shirt like it was the only thing tethering her to the world. Junho held her, stunned for a second, then slowly wrapped his arms around her, tight, safe, and moving. She whispered between tears, voice cracking, "I didn't know how to come back. I was scared you'd moved on. Or worse, that you were fine without me." Junho didn't speak at first. He rested his chin gently against her hair, his eyes closed, breathing in the scent he thought he'd forgotten. When he finally found words, they came out like a vow. "I was never fine without you. I just didn't want to make your silence harder." They stood in that doorway for what felt like hours. The world outside still spinning and caring. But in that small space, time stopped. Regret melted. Wounds breathed. Later, as they sat on the couch, her head on his shoulder, his fingers tracing gentle patterns on her wrist, she confessed everything. The overwhelming headlines, the fear of becoming someone's burden, the haunting thought that maybe love wasn't enough. Junho listened. Then, quietly, he said, "You're not a burden. You're the reason I keep going, even when it hurts." She looked at him with swollen eyes, voice barely audible. "So, you still want this? Me?" He leaned in slowly, pressing a soft kiss to her forehead. "I never stopped." And with that, the silence between them didn't feel empty anymore. It felt like healing. Have you ever been afraid to return to someone you love even when your heart was begging you to? Let's talk in the comments. If this story moved you, please give it a like and share it with someone who's ever needed a second chance. Subscribe and stay close because love doesn't end at goodbye. Sometimes that's where it begins.